She used my photos to flirt with my boyfriend, and I found out on TikTok. I never thought this would happen to me. Even living in a world where everything is public on social media, where truth and lies blend together, I still believed in the basics, like love and honesty. But today, I discovered that some people wouldn't hesitate to use your own photos to flirt with your boyfriend. And it all started from a TikTok video. It began one morning when I was scrolling through Facebook. Usually, I don't spend much time there, but today I wanted to catch up on my friends' updates. Suddenly, a TikTok video popped up in my For You feed. A random girl was smiling and talking, but what shocked me was the images in her video. They were pictures of me. Not me in person, but carefully cut and edited photos I had posted on Instagram. In the video, the girl used my photos as bait to flirt with my boyfriend, Chris. At first, I thought it was some kind of joke, a new trend I hadn't caught yet. But when I looked closer, I realized the messages on the screen were exact copies of conversations Chris and I had on Messenger. I stared at my phone screen, my heart tightening. How could this be? Who would dare impersonate me, using my photos to flirt with my boyfriend? It felt like a nightmare unfolding right before my eyes. I quickly opened Messenger to review our chats. Sure enough, every single word in the video matched what we had said. But who was the girl in that video? I had no clue, no leads, until I carefully read the comments below. Hundreds of comments, mostly saying things like, "This girl is so pretty. Can't believe she's real or fake. Someone save Chris." But a few sent chills down my spine. "She's using your photos to play cat and mouse with Chris. He's being fooled." I started searching for the TikTok account that posted the video. The username was weird, no profile picture, and very few followers. But I discovered she had posted similar videos, using photos of other girls to message their boyfriends. Each video was a public catfish story, gathering thousands of views. Suddenly, I realized I'd been dragged into a cruel online game. But why? Why would a stranger do this? And Chris? Does he know anything? My phone kept buzzing. Chris was calling. Before I could answer, a message came through. "What are you doing? This feels weird." His voice in the phone speaker made me ache and burn at the same time. I sighed, torn inside. This was only the beginning of a storm. I had no idea how big it would get. Right after watching that TikTok video, I couldn't sit still anymore. My heart was pounding, my mind spinning with countless unanswered questions. I decided to call Chris. "What's wrong? Why have you been so quiet lately?" I asked as he picked up. His voice hesitated a bit, then softened. "What's going on, babe?" I couldn't fully express my feelings, just stammered, I just saw a video. Someone used my photos to talk to you." A long silence. Then he sighed. "You have to trust me. I didn't do anything wrong." But inside me, suspicion was growing stronger. I decided to check my phone again. Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, everything seemed normal, but I felt like something was hidden. I combed through every message and photo. Then I found something strange. In Chris's Facebook friends list, there was an unknown account named Emily_Rose, no profile picture, yet they chatted regularly. I opened the chat with Emily_Rose, gentle, familiar messages, even some emojis Chris usually sent me. From the tone and wording, I knew it was Chris. But why was he messaging a stranger? I started searching that account across social media, looking for clues. To my shock, Emily_Rose was the girl in the TikTok video, the one using my photos to flirt with Chris. She didn't just impersonate me, she also messaged my boyfriend with a fake account. It felt like my world was collapsing. Who could I trust? Was Chris lying to me? Or was he just another victim of this scam? I decided to confront Chris about Emily_Rose during a video call. He looked tired and said, "Babe, I don't know how to explain. She keeps messaging me first, and I couldn't block her immediately." I fought back tears, voice trembling. "Then why didn't you tell me? Why let this go on?" Chris was silent. Answers seemed blocked by an invisible wall. From then on, I began doubting every interaction he had online. Every message, every call, I watched more closely. I logged into my accounts more often, trying to uncover more about that fake girl. Feeling betrayed and lost, a dark cloud covered my mind. Then, I got a message from an unknown account. "If you want the truth, find me on Instagram, @RealEmilyRose." Without thinking, I opened Instagram right away. I opened Instagram, my hands trembling as the message from @RealEmilyRose lit up my phone screen. I hesitated, then tapped it open. "Want to know the truth? Don't trust Chris," the first message read. I blinked, feeling like I'd been punched in the chest. How did she know Chris? And why was she telling me not to trust him? I replied, "Who are you? Why are you doing this?" The answer came fast. "Emily, she's not who you think she is." Suspicious and curious, I started digging through the Instagram account. The pictures were blurry, faces unclear, but one detail stood out. In some photos, there were shadows of people nearby. One looked eerily like Chris. I decided to video call Emily, wanting answers face to face. The screen lit up, revealing a woman, not the delicate girl I'd imagined, but a sharp-featured woman in her early 30s, eyes full of cunning. "Why are you doing this?" I asked, voice shaking. Emily smirked. "Because he needs to know you're not the only one making him choose. I used your photos to test him, to show him his true colors." I was stunned, but that wasn't all. Emily went on, "He's been cheating on you for a long time, not just online, but in real life. He has someone else, a real girl, not you." I didn't know whether to cry or rage. The world spun around me. Chris really betrayed me? Why never tell me? Or was I just naive? Before I could react, my phone buzzed. A message from Chris. "We need to meet. You have to hear me out." I didn't know who to trust, but the truth, I had to face it. I agreed to meet Chris at a nearby cafe. When he arrived, I looked him straight in the eyes, tension and anger rising inside me. He hung his head and sighed. "I'm sorry. I didn't know how to tell you." "Can you explain the girl, Emily?" I asked bluntly. He looked up, weary eyes. "She's an ex-colleague. I couldn't let go. But I don't want to lose you, honestly." I stared at him, unsure if I could forgive. Everything was tangled now, and all I wanted was a way out. After the tense meeting at the cafe, I went home with my mind swirling in endless questions. But before I could even stop to breathe, my phone started buzzing non-stop. It was a video sent from an unknown number. Curious, I opened it. The video showed Chris at a fancy party, not alone. He was laughing intimately with another girl. Not me, not Emily. A blonde woman, dazzling in a bright red dress, smiling seductively. My chest tightened. This wasn't just a rumor anymore. It was undeniable proof. I replied, "Who are you? Why are you sending me this?" The reply came quickly. "You deserve to know the truth. Chris hasn't just been cheating on you, but on her too. He's living a double life." I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Chris living a double life? What else was he hiding? I immediately checked Chris's Facebook, discovering a secret photo album filled with private pictures with the blonde woman, some with his face hidden, clearly knowing he was doing something wrong. My heart sank deeper. The more I uncovered, the more trapped I felt in a sea of lies. It didn't stop there. Among Chris's messages, I found conversations with an unknown man, discussing a plan and keeping everything secret. I had no idea what plan they were talking about, but clearly Chris was hiding something big. My doubts were no longer just between me and Chris. It involved people around him, maybe family or close friends. I felt cornered, manipulated in a complex drama I wasn't allowed to see fully. That night, I lay awake, unable to sleep. What should I do now? Who could I trust? And was Chris even the man I once loved? I knew I couldn't keep going like this. After everything, I decided I had to face it all, no matter the cost. I sent Chris a brief message. "Meet me tonight at the Central Park." He replied quickly, "Okay, I'll be there." While waiting, I opened TikTok, hoping to find more clues from videos Emily had posted. Suddenly, a video popped up, footage secretly filmed of Chris and the blonde woman, but there was a mysterious third person watching them from afar. I hit follow on Emily's channel. She seemed to be documenting everything Chris was doing behind my back. Night fell, and I stood in the park, dim streetlights casting long shadows. Chris appeared, tired but hopeful. "Why did you do this to me?" I asked, voice trembling but firm. He looked down, then met my gaze. "I was wrong. I made too many mistakes, but I still love you." "Love? If you love me, why live a double life? What about Emily, the blonde girl, and that plan with the other man?" I said, each word a stab. He stayed silent, then suddenly pulled out his phone and played a recording. The voice of an unknown man threatening and controlling Chris. "I'm not free, okay? They forced me. They want me to do bad things to keep quiet." I stood there, stunned, unsure whether to believe him. But I realized the story was deeper than I thought. "We have to find a way out of this," I said, determination rising. He nodded. "I need your help." I knew I was stepping into a war, not just for love, but for truth and freedom. Chris and I planned to confront the mysterious man. But was he really the source of all the trouble? Or was someone else pulling the strings? Have you ever thought about how people can use technology to play you, stealing your photos, using them to scam or ruin your life without you even knowing? I asked Chris, are you sure you weren't part of their dirty game, or were you involved in their plan? He lowered his head, silent. I knew the answer could break me. But no, he was a victim too. We decided to expose everything on TikTok, the very place where I uncovered it all. A 10-minute video with all the evidence, recordings, messages, and hidden footage. The post quickly went viral, gathering thousands of views and comments. People expressed anger, sympathy, but some were skeptical. Comments like, "Why weren't you more careful? How did it get this far?" Others advised, "Don't trust anyone easily, especially on social media. Anyone can be a fake." See, the digital age connects us to the world, but also makes us the easiest to betray. I used to be kind and trusting of the one I loved, but after this, I learned not everyone deserves your trust. Have you ever been deceived online? Seen someone use technology to destroy another's life? Be cautious of those too perfect online. Keep your distance from unclear intentions. And above all, don't let anyone steal your life and trust. Chris and I are no longer lovers, but united against the one who caused this. I hope my story is a warning. Stay alert. Don't be the prey in this game full of tricks. In the end, who do you choose to believe? To stay silent or speak out? To forgive or stand up? It's not an easy question, but it's what decides your life.